So the Castro store came about when we went on a market tour of San Francisco. It is in a 95% gay and lesbian area, so as they were going to remodel the store, they really didn't see the relevancy. It was not the right mix of cards.
What could we do to make the store more relevant to the community?
And so instead of saying, oh, okay, or yes, it's not relevant, we said, we have product. We just don't have the right mix in this store. So why don't you allow us to treat it like a flagship? And we'll go back and we'll really challenge ourselves to think about the store differently, and we'll bring something back that's relevant for this community.
This was something that we'd never really tackled before. We had done a lot of flagships and premium stores, but we never really tackled this particular segment in any great detail.
At Hallmark, we pride ourselves on enriching lives and enhancing relationships, but for so many years we were missing a lot of very important relationships.
Everyone was focused with one intention, which is to make the store right, make the right decisions for the community.
I don't think there was a Hallmarker that I talked to that didn't feel like this was absolutely the right thing to do.
The Corporate Diversity Inclusion Council, which is probably better known as the CDIC, leads great work across the company. But what we felt was underrepresented was marketplace and what we could do in that space for the growing diverse consumer population. Castro was a great example of what we can do in the marketplace to make us more relevant.
As part of the CDIC, even I've been trying to find ways that there's a catalyst to bring it to life. Because sometimes when you can have a catalyst like a big customer that wants to bring these segments to life, it brings a whole different conversation to the table.
It was extremely important to work on Castro the way we did for multiple reasons, not just for the inclusivity of the gay community, but also because it helped us learn how to incorporate different groups within our own organization as well as outside of our organization.
You know, when you talk about diversity in any shape or form, you cannot pretend to know about the LGBTQIA if you're not. And my team actually acknowledged that they knew that they were not the right segment to bring this to life. They wanted to, they're passionate about it.
We were 100% missing diversity. We were missing that voice.
As the only writer on this project, I didn't feel comfortable putting up language that I thought sounded good for Castro.
They really needed to consult with folks who were just like the consumer.
So tapping into our ERGs really provided me the validation that they weren't too over the top, that they really did resonate and they really tapped into what they were thinking and feeling.
Part of the beauty of having the ERGs involved in these projects are that we can cut through the niceties.
You know, ERG really stands for Employee Resource Group, so in a lot of ways you see our presence throughout the building, but this was an opportunity I felt where I could participate in bringing external factors in. I'm a member of the Heartland Men's Chorus, and I reached out to our chorus executive director and said, hey, you know, we have this great opportunity and we sing with a bunch of great guys. Maybe they would like to participate in this. And I was really excited about the candid feedback that they were able to provide us.
So by reaching out, they felt like they had learned so much.
Be bold.
We had a group of people from a very diverse backgrounds that shared this commonality in LGBTQIA.
It feels like it belongs to me. When I walk into the lab, it's like, oh, this is my store. I've never felt that, ever.
And when you brought them all together, it was amazing how much they wanted to educate all of us, really, on the community. There was a set time in which they were going to grand reopen this store. So we needed to quick set this product down in our lab so that we could iterate with it live. And then once we had it right, all we had to do was wrap and ship. So I think that this store is really inspiring some different conversations to occur. What are the product opportunities now that gay marriage has been approved by the Supreme Court? What are the opportunities we've got to really be the heart of that relationship and really the heart of that occasion, right? We're occasion-based and relationship-based. So if you think about that occasion, we have a lot of opportunities. I mean, the ultimate goal is to make everyone from a diverse background feel at home in front of a Hallmark display.
I can support a company that recognizes me and my wife and my children and everybody, and it's really just touching to see that. I've lived here for 20 years, and 20 years ago, we didn't have cards to give each other.
People were literally crying in front of the card run because they felt like for the first time we related to them and their needs. I would love everybody in the nation, in the world to feel that way. I know that feels like a Hallmark moment, which it is, and I think that's what we're about.
I love this card.
It was a great representation just of that shift in perception of who Hallmark is.
Seeing what has come out of this whole project has been phenomenal. It's more than what we expected.
I was extraordinarily proud of what we were able to put together. I don't think we've ever put as much into one store as we did this one.
I would love to see cards like this everywhere.
We've developed a great product selection that we can carry ongoing forward in LGBT heavy stores and in other LGBT communities.
You are transtastic. It's an awesome card and not one you see every day.
I knew that we as a team were completely capable of coming together and creating the perfect display for this community, and I think we've done just that.
This was, to me, the biggest proof point that Hallmark, we've still got it, and we're here, and we're doing things that competition can't do, and we're doing things that we just haven't seen in the marketplace before.
I feel like Hallmark has made even more strides to be inclusive to our entire customer base. Every life does matter, and we want to touch every person no matter their relationship.
So as the team has started to pull numbers, we are seeing a tremendous movement in units, positive unit movement. And for all of us, everyone's winning. The people at Castro and the shoppers are winning, we're winning, Walgreens is winning. So it's been a great combination in terms of success.
It is a great example of how committed Hallmark is to our relationship and will help us to connect more with their customers.
We need to shout out the success of Castro and shout it out loud across Hallmark and look for the other opportunities that are out there, that we know that are out there.
We can make a difference. Hallmark can make a huge difference in the lives of people, and it just came to life right there on that street corner.